Oh, hi there!
Blind as a bat and tall as a tree. Hey, it's Ava G.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Ava G. I post videos every Monday that are all Disney related or travel related, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell and stay around. Anyways, so for today, if you didn't know, like late December, I think, ENCANTO came to Disney Plus, and I've had a chance to watch it, so now, today I'm going to give you all my thoughts on it. So let's get into it.
Colombia, me encantó, me encantó.
Just a quick disclaimer, this video is going to have spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie already, I would watch something else for now. Unless you really don't care, then keep watching. ENCANTO is available to watch for all Disney Plus subscribers. There's no premiere access or anything, it's just open to all the subscribers so you can watch it. And I've already watched it multiple times. Anyway, I'm going to give you a quick plot summary. I wrote it down so I don't miss anything. Here we go. This movie is about the family Madrigal. They've been blessed with a miracle that allows all blood relatives to have powers and to have a magical living and thinking house called Casita. This miracle stays alive as long as this one magical candle stays lit. Then, when it's Mirabel's turn to get a power, she doesn't, and is basically shunned by Abuela for this. One day, Mirabel sees the casita cracking and the candle flickering, so Mirabel tries to find her shunned uncle Bruno, who could see into the future to help save the magic. That's basically what it's about, it's just keeping the miracle alive. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about and give my opinions on is the plot. I think it was pretty good. It was a good story and everything. I really enjoyed it. There just were a few weak spots. One thing that kind of was weird to me was why everybody was mad at Bruno. Like Abuela, I can understand. He could see into the future and he was seeing things that she didn't want to hear, so she kind of shut him out to make sure that never happened, or she didn't even have to think about that. That makes sense to me. But like some of the other people in the town were so ridiculous. Like there's in the one song, We Don't Talk About Bruno, there's a lady that comes up to him and is all mad because Bruno told her fish would die, and then the next day it did die. How long has she been holding on to this fish to complain about this stupid little thing? But yeah, that was just weird. And then another guy was mad that he was gonna grow a gut, and then he did. And then another guy was mad that he was gonna lose all of his hair. And he did. I just feel like these are such weird things to like completely hate a person for. I do understand why Abuela is shutting him out, but the rest of the town, like, what's your issue? The rest of it was pretty good. It wasn't like too difficult to follow or anything. The hardest part to understand was kind of the family tree and just remembering who was who. I thought the whole like message and kind of theme of the movie was really nice, like patience with your family and like understanding and loving them for who they are. But yeah, the plot was pretty good. Since there are so many characters in this movie, I just kind of wanted to give my quick thoughts on them and probably kind of explain the family tree to you guys real quick as a quick refresh. I wrote that down too so I don't forget anyone. Family tree is a little bit complicated, so I'll explain it pretty quickly for those of you who don't know. There's Abuela and her husband at the top. The husband died, but right before that they had triplets, Julieta, Pepa, and Bruno. Julieta married, I don't know how to say this and I'm so sorry, Augustine, yeah, and they had 3 kids, which are Mirabel, the main character, Isabella, and Luisa. Pepa married Felix, and they had 3 kids too. And then there's Bruno, the one who gets shut out and cut from the family, basically. So that's kind of a look at the little 3 generations we have going on. Now to my opinions about them. Okay, I'm gonna start with Abuela. Abuela was so mean the entire movie. She was really a jerk, and I understand why they did it. It's so they can have that character development, but I don't understand why it took so much like destruction. Literally, the house was completely shambles to the ground, just destroyed, all because she wouldn't like listen to Mirabel. For that, even Bruno, when he said it like years and years ago. Anyway, towards the end of the movie, I guess I like Abuela better. She's really mean. I don't like that kind of a person. And she's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'll be good now. Yeah, but I appreciate her character development, I guess. She's just not a good person. It seems like she's more concerned about like putting on the little talent show for the town than she is about her like family's actual well-being, which is totally not right. She's got her priorities all in the wrong spots, and it takes her however old Mirabel is to figure that out. Next I'm going to talk about Julieta and Pepa. They're kind of bland, you know. I like them, they're nice and everything. They didn't do much with those two characters. I don't know. They were just kind of there, it felt like, so that Mirabel and Dolores and them had parents. But I do have something to say about their husbands, Augustine and Felix. These men are the only two to ever stand up towards Abuela, which is so nice because somebody needs to tell her she's wrong and that she needs to cut this out, so thank goodness somebody said something. Yeah, they're both just so supportive towards their family. It's really nice to see it, and you can just see parts in the movie where Felix is so supportive of Pepa, trying to keep her from being frazzled and everything and freaking out, so it's just really nice to see that. They're good characters. I like them. Bruno? Meh. He's funny and sweet and everything. I love how much Bruno loves his family. It's really sweet how he still thinks of them even when they've shut him out and don't even want to mention his name. We don't talk about Bruno. He loves them all the same. Yeah, he was a pretty good character. It was funny, like I said. By the way, I wanted to mention real quick, I know this is off topic from like the characters I'm supposed to be talking about. I got a video that popped up the other day and it was like, make sure you look in the background. And I was like going through the movie and looking through it. Bruno is in there so many times. Like, it'll just be them singing a song and he'll just be up on like the little balcony thing and he'll just be running back and forth. Okay, now on to the kids. I'm gonna start with Dolores. Dolores was super cute. I really liked her personality and everything. Her little singing part in We Don't Talk About Bruno is so good. I don't know. I just love it. I can't imagine having her power, being able to hear everything all the time. Who knows how much dirt she knows about that entire family and doesn't say? That's insane. Her brother Camilo, meh. Everybody's really obsessed with him. Like, I'm on ENCANTO TikTok right now. Like, my entire For You page is just filled with it. And don't get me wrong, I love it. But a lot of it is just people obsessed with Camilo. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he was funny and everything, but that was it. He was just there for comedic relief, which, you know, he didn't need to be anything more than that, I don't think. We were focused on Mirabel and her journey through all this. He was a nice side character to have, so he fit in nice. And then the youngest in that family is Antonio. I mean, he's cute. We don't see much from him. He's the one with the power to talk to animals and stuff, which I think was cool. I liked that. Thumbs up. Then there's Mirabel's two sisters, Isabella and Luisa. Their solo songs that were towards the middle of the movie, like the What Else Can I Do and the Surface Pressure, were both really good. And they were kind of like just fun songs, you know, but if you like listen to the lyrics and everything, it was really deep. I was like, whoa. But I think that's something a lot of people can relate to, which is nice to have those two characters in there for people to connect with and everything. Isabella's costuming was so beautiful. I loved her little finale dress, the one with the darker purple and all the color. And I loved that scene in the What Else Can I Do song where her and Mirabella are on the roof of the casita and just having fun and playing with the plants and everything. It's a really cute movie. Like, the animation in it is so good. I always say this about Disney movies. They also had a lot of development. I think that was one nice thing about the movie was a lot of their characters, you could see them change throughout the course of the movie, and they weren't the lead. Finally, on to Mirabel. I don't know how she lives with that family. Like, if I were her, I would have blown that candle out the second Abuela made that look at her. When she held on to the little doorknob and was supposed to get her power and didn't, and Abuela was like, no. Immediately no. She was treated so terribly, and I don't know why she didn't do anything about it. Like, the second they were like, let's get a group picture, except for you. So back to the TikTok thing again, because I just keep seeing all these videos. So there was another video that came up that was explaining like why Mirabel didn't have a power, which is what I was kind of wondering towards the end of the movie. That's another thing that kind of goes with the plot stuff. They didn't really explain that, but this TikToker did. They were saying how she's supposed to basically take over Abuela's spot in the family. That's why her door is the like front door. It's why she doesn't have a power, because if you think about it, Abuela doesn't have a power either. She has great leadership skills, great like understanding, and obviously great patience, and she loves her family so much, just like Bruno does, like how they don't even acknowledge her or count her as like special or whatever. She still loves her family. So yeah, that's that little theory. I thought it was really cool because I think that's what it should be. Okay, next I'm going to talk about the music. Before we get into that, I want to encourage you all to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok because I post a lot on there too. So my Instagram is @darling_Disney24 and my TikTok is just @darlingdisney. Make sure you follow me there. Yeah, I post all kinds of YouTube updates and extra content there, pictures from the parks and everything like that. So follow me. Anyways, let's get back into the video. Alright, so obviously I have to talk about the amazing soundtrack, and you can ask anybody in my family. I've been going around the house singing We Don't Talk About Bruno all the time. Like the entire month I've been doing it. It may be a slight issue, but it's good music, so we're just gonna let it go. One thing that I really appreciate about the soundtrack is they didn't overdo it. I feel like a lot of the recent Disney movies have just been too much with the music. Like Frozen 2, I went to go see it in theaters, and it was just song after song. It felt like I was at a concert or just watching a sing-along movie. And I think it's because they had such success with the first soundtrack that they just wanted to hammer out every single one. But it was just too much, you know? I think this movie had music that was so evenly spaced out, and it felt natural with the plot. It wasn't like overdoing it anything at all. It was exactly what I wanted. And it gave characters on the side songs to sing, big group numbers, main characters single numbers, emotional ones, non-character ones. It was a perfect soundtrack. So good. And the music was so catchy and stuff. Ooh, the next thing I want to talk about is the cast. The casting was great. I felt like every character, their voice actors sounded exactly what I would think that character would sound like based on how they looked and everything. So it was perfect because it like blended in my mind. One thing I didn't even notice, the voice of Bruno, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation again, John Leguizamo. Yeah, he voices Bruno. He also voiced Sid in the Ice Age. It's a small world. One thing about the casting that did surprise me, and I think a lot of people have been talking about this too, is how Lin-Manuel Miranda wasn't in it.
ENCANTO.
If you didn't know, Lin-Manuel Miranda worked on the music for this movie, and normally on the movies he works on, he finds a way to like slip himself in there, you know, which I like. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's kind of funny and cool how he manages to find a spot for himself every time, but he wasn't in this one, which was pretty surprising. Yeah, but I don't think he was in it. At least I didn't hear him or see him in the movie, but if you did, let me know in the comments. Maybe he was just like a random villager, you know, like townsperson. Yeah. So overall, I thought Encanto was a great movie. I've already watched it like 3 times. It's perfect to have on in the background, like I said, with the good music, pretty simple to follow plot and everything like that. It's cute. I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful house. Like I said, if you're gonna watch it anytime soon, make sure you look in the background for Bruno. I think it's so hilarious when you just see him running back and forth, like I said. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of Encanto in the comments if you've seen it already. Who was your favorite character? What was your favorite song? My favorite song was probably We Don't Talk About Bruno, you know. My favorite character was probably Mirabel or Dolores. I really like Dolores. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell, give this video a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me and it helps the channel a lot when you do. If you didn't know, I post videos every Monday, so click the bell so you stay notified when I do post. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you next week. Bye!
Colombia. Me encantó, me encantó.